An easy way to see that awareness, our true nature, is infinite, is to notice that awareness is not an object to itself. For awareness to be finite, it would need to experience some objective quality to itself, an edge, a boundary, some form of limitation. So it would need to experience itself in a subject-object relationship. It would need to perceive itself from a distance, whether that be a distance in time or a distance in space, some kind of distance in dimension. So can awareness do that? Can awareness perceive itself intrinsically, essentially, at a distance from itself? Well, no. Awareness is at itself. Awareness is itself. Its presence is no distance from its presence, just as this screen is no distance from its screenness from itself. There's no relationship there. There's no duality there between awareness and awareness. It is not separate from itself, viewing its separate self from a distance. It is not a subject of itself, viewing its objective self. It is simply itself. It is one. There is only one awareness, one self when we say I. So being that awareness cannot know itself objectively means there is no evidence in awareness that awareness is objective, that it is an object. And therefore there is no evidence intrinsically within awareness that it is finite, that it is limited. The only evidence in awareness is that awareness is present and real. But there are no finite qualities essential to awareness, to I, to you. See simply, which means to experience simply. See the invisibility from that invisibility of awareness, that you, awareness, are at yourself. You are not separate from yourself. You are not at a distance from yourself. You do not have a relationship with yourself. You are yourself. And see that being myself, being awareness, is an experience that has no edge to it. There is no point in awareness at which awareness stops and another presence begins. For there to be a point at which awareness would stop, awareness would need to experience some kind of distance within itself that it would traverse through perceiving or feeling to notice a point at which it stops. But awareness does not have any distance or dimension intrinsic to itself. It is no distance from itself. There's no dimensions that divide awareness into multiple awarenesses. There's only one awareness, one reality of I. So words here are disintegrating because to attempt to describe that which is not an object, to describe that which is infinite, is very difficult because all of the words that are being used are referring to concepts which have an objective quality to them. Even the word infinite only has a meaning in reference to the concept of finiteness. Unlimited is a concept that only has meaning in reference to limitations. So implicit in language is limitation and objectivity. So all of these words are not suggested to finally be secured as an accurate model of reality that must be maintained through effort to keep it inside of us as a belief system, but rather these words are offered to dissolve the need for words and for there simply to be the experience that awareness is not an object, that awareness is endless. It is awareness here transmitting its experience to awareness there. And the there, of course, is here. There is only one reality at which this utterance is taking place, and the same reality at which the hearing is taking place. So it is awareness speaking to itself, simply transmitting its experience of itself to itself for no other reason than to celebrate the fact that this awareness that we are is perfect, complete, happy, peaceful, love, infinite. And being infinite, there are no purposes to infinity, where infinity would transcend itself and become greater than itself. Infinity is already unlimited. It is already as big, as vast as it could be. And of course, infinity is neither big nor vast because those concepts refer to limitations. There is therefore no purpose to this speaking. There is only speaking from this experience to itself. There's no subject speaking to an object. In reality, speaking to itself is not a subject-object relationship. There is no objective, therefore, of this speaking. There is no objective of awareness. Awareness simply is, and its isness, your are-ness, your beingness, never can be trumped, expanded, increased by what appears within your beingness, within the isness of awareness. So simply be, and that's it. And see that being is not a doing, being is a being. Being is being. And that being is not an object to itself. It does not know itself as limited in any fashion or form. Just be and know nothing about what you are except that you are. That is no thing, no object about what you are. Simply know that you are, and that ourness is non-objective. And don't even say to yourself that you are non-objective. It's not necessary. Well, maybe it's useful to say to yourself, I am not an object, if thought is claiming that you are an object. But it's not necessary because in your essential experience of yourself, you don't need to know yourself in any way, in any form, using any concepts. Because what you are is unlimited by all of that.